Once a month in central London behind Waterloo Station there's a classic car gathering, and you never know what you're going to find. This is November, a damp drizzly day, and here was this absolutely enormous Rolls Royce. Those headlights are from my wrist to my elbow large. Just look at the thickness of those doors. It's a really elegant, imposing car and very much the centre of attention. The finish on it is immaculate. Proper jaw dropper. And really elegant. And what a way to travel. We'll have a little peep inside. You just see how much legroom. The other thing that struck me is how high the floor is, because the floor is above a big, thick, separate chassis. So it's a coach, on top of a carriage. This is a Hudson Terraplane, Art Deco detail, nothing like, as elegant, but really fun. Just dripping in chrome and all these wacky details on it. Again, a real eye catcher. And again, it's the scale of it. This is a really big car. The top folds down into a compartment at the back, so the whole thing, is enormous. You can see people against it. And again, lots of people coming to have their photo taken against it. It's a really lovely street, this lower Marsh Street. Lots of independent cafes and shops. The big Lotus fan. It's where I went for my work experience when I was 15. They were just up the road. So my earliest memories are Lotus Grand Prix cars on the front cover of Motorsport. So this is glass fibre on a backbone chassis. Twin cam engine in the front, 4-cylinder. Automatic is very unusual on these. I quite fancy it actually. Living where we do, you're not one for the purists, but what a stylish thing. Love that colour. These were early 70s when Colin Chapman had a young family and was designing cars with back seats for small kids. It's got a reasonable boot. The back seats are okay. There's a podcast called The Intercooler with two very senior road testers, and the old one wants the young one to drive one of those Lotus just to see how good they are. This is a 1960s Lotus, and for many, the ultimate sports car ever. The Mazda MX-5 is said to be very closely based on it. Something I hadn't noticed was just how big the door is, so getting in and out's easy. One limit on this, and we'll look at the Triumph Spitfire next to it. Tiny bonnet for access to the little twin cam engine in there. It's a Ford engine that Lotus put their own twin cam head on. They did a convertible, which is much more common. I really like this fixed head. So it's about the same size as a Triumph Spitfire, a little bit bigger than an MG Midget. The Triumph Spitfire, the whole front hinges up, so you've got tremendous access to the engine, suspension and everything in there. And there's a modern classic proposition. A lot to be said for a Spitfire Meccano construction. But as a pure driver's car, the Lotus is another notch. Independent rear suspension, long travel, very soft suspension, but holds the road incredibly well. So it's agile and comfortable. Small footprint, got a decent boot, that lovely dashboard, extremely tactile. A friend had one, and it's the ride that was really surprising. This is quite an exotic Land Rover. Immaculate satin paint. Someone's really gone to town on this. The upholstery is all pin sharp. This bike was amazing. One brake on the front was just a block that rubs the tyre. Didn't get a chance to chat to him about it, but I'd love to have had a go. Spoke to this guy who's Porsche before. It's his first classic car. He's had some problems with it, but makes lovely noises. There are a couple of other Porsches out. This is one I really don't know much about. It's the mid-engined Porsche, and I prefer these to a 911, I think. not really the sort of thing that I could ever imagine owning or driving. But I think it looks terrific. My second car was a black Mini Cooper, 998 Cooper, with a Webasto sunroof. We'll talk about those later. But your brother and sister had those. This, I'd rather have a go in this than any of the Porsches. It's a little electric wheelie bin thing. That's a BMW saloon, talked about before in other films. The Beetle riding low. Another small Triumph that's 4-seat convertible. Triumph Stag, got a lovely V8, makes a lovely noise. These are all regulars. Lovely Fiat Spider. This is a Bristol, and I didn't get to find out about this. It looks like it's modern tyres on it, so it's got sort of resto modi look to it. I don't know why, but I didn't like it. I'm a big fan of Bristols usually, but I need to do a little more research on that. So this is a very early MGB V8, a Costello, before the factory did V8s. Look at that bonnet bulge. Lots of different details on it. Love the crate grille. This is standard BGT with a Webasto sunroof. Jowett Javelin. It's an amazingly advanced British car. That's a lovely period piece. And surprisingly big. You forget that Austin used to make a lot of big cars. And some of those converted into vans. Lovely thing. This is more the size Austin people think of. Small cars survive so much better than big cars because they fit in a garage much cheaper and easier as a DIY prospect. My own ongoing project is a tiny little Austin 7 Special. A lot more videos on that topic, and also some more of these Waterloo walk-rounds and museum walk-rounds. So hopefully you find something else of interest. Thank you for watching.